facility. It's one of the largest international automotive part producer in the world. We produce from what lights your way, so from lightning, to the rubber, what makes you touch the ground. And as you can imagine, we are part of the rubber team. The rubber team is made of two-wheelers and OHT with a focus on international range, international markets. How do we do this? What is behind every tire that goes out of our factory? There is an extensive technological development, a development that is made of engineers that span from Italy up to Japan. And while that can sound quite difficult, trust me, it's not, because there's a huge collaboration between the teams. And we have the engineers working closely together, and all the teams are very, very united. So when it comes, for example, to the European headquarters, more on international range, while in the domestic market and development, in Japan, they focus on OE and on machineries, which is also very, very important. We tried to illustrate just some of the tasks that the team have and that they do every day, but it's huge actually, so I will not bore you. But just imagine that we start from having a blank page, although we are more technological and more advanced than that. But imagine having a blank page and designing the tire, and we go from that to testing it, making sure that is the best tire on the market, and then bringing it to you, and then, of course, giving it to you so that you can try it on your own. We always test the tires among the best in class, always. We have professional testers, professional riders, and we do that in very, very specific contexts in Europe, in Italy, but not only in Italy. And trust me, we even managed to be, we tested against the best in class, and we managed to overcome them. So give that as a secret for you. Remember that when you try a Eurogrip tire, just to make it even more interesting, we wanted to show you that it's not only the four of us. So you can see part of the management team from the European branch. Of course, you see me and Renato. Then you see Mr. Madavan, our Executive Vice President of Sales and Marketing, who overlooks the global business for both for OE and replacement. You see Mr. Vignesh, who amongst many other duties that he has, is responsible for the Asian market. And of course, the other colleagues. So what have we done in the past 3 to almost 4 years since the Eurogrip brand was launched? We started very low. We started with a few products. We started with the B family, B Connect, B Sport, B City. Then we enlarged it. Last year, we introduced our Climb Brake C off-road tires, both for cross applications and enduro. And this year, here, we will introduce our new star. You will see later. Renato will give you more details. So we're not stopping. We never stop. We obviously advertise them. We're present at all the most important fairs in the world. That's why we're here. We test. We have moto bloggers, moto travelers, everyone trying to speak about the tires, testing them over and over again. And in the end, we also have some dedicated special racing programs in some countries around the world, both for enduro and for scooter tires. And trust me, you will hear more and more about Eurogrip, about what we're doing, because we will never stop. You will hear about us more. And before I speak too much, let me give the word to Mr. Renato, who will introduce to you our new star, but also the other range of the products. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angela. It's very hard to take over the stage after you, actually. because you are the most competent women in the tire industry, and not only that, actually. Anyway, thank you for attending this event. This is a very important occasion for us to share with the Filipino riders and the stakeholders, which is the state of the art of our range development, and to give you an insight and a few information about what the future will be in our Eurogrip brand. So let's start with the international tire range. Not by chance we call it international, because it is spread all across the world. We started in 2019 designing the first tire, and that first tire was a scooter tire whose name is B-Connect. Now B-Connect is flying over and is biting the Filipino star market in all the islands since almost 1 year. It was May 2022 when we sold the first tire. And right now we can say that the feedback from you, from the riders, from the press, from all the people concerned in this industry is really great. We do congratulate our distributor team, our JDR Arcega trading team, for the great job that they've been doing right now, and for the passion and enthusiasm that they put in spreading the brand and developing the presence. So B-Connect doesn't need any further work, because it is already well known, and luckily it is at the peak of the mind, the rider's mind, when it comes to change the tires in the coming future. So B-Connect, a very complete range that we will see later on in terms of sizes. We do cover already, I would say, 95% of the global needs. But the story is not finished yet, because we have to take into consideration some specific situation. For example, in the Philippines, we do not have yet two very important sizes, but I do unveil the secret to you now. Those tires have been very quickly and very efficiently designed by our R&D engineers and produced by our manufacturer in our factory in India, and by April, you will have the first size, the 908014. 908014 will be in July. So, Vignesh, thank you for correcting me, because we don't want to promise things that we cannot maintain. So, absolutely, by a couple of months, all the range will be completed, and I can say that almost 95% also the Philippine markets will be covered with our range. The story is not finished yet, because we are going to introducing something that is really astonishing. Always with B-Connect tread pattern, and always with some of the most common sizes, in few months we will introduce a UHP version, so a ultra high performing version of B-Connect suitable for racing activities. So be aware that very soon we will be at the top of the podium also in the racing activities, because our colleagues, our R&D colleagues did an excellent job in developing a compound that in terms of grip has something as an exceptional performance, and you will see that in very short time. Moving forward, Angela was mentioning before Climber XC. What is Climber XC? Climber XC is an off-road product covering all the major sizes from 18 inches to 21 inches for those that are, off-road enthusiasts, either enduro and motocross. We do produce tire and tubes as well, so the heavy-duty tubes, and those tires have at least a couple of very peculiar features that I want to share with you. One of that features is that is a symmetrical tread design. It means that you can reverse the tire in either direction, and it works always in the same great way. That means extended mileage, that means better wear consumption, and after all, better performances. Another thing that is absolutely peculiar of Climber is that it is street legal homologated. So those that have to transfer from a racetrack eventually to another place do not need to use a trailer to be compliant with the law. because this tire is already street legal homologated. This is something that it's not so common in the industry, but we thought that we have to take in consideration all the riders' needs when it comes also to save money and to save time in the moving from one place to another. So, Climber XC, this is the 21-inch tires intended for the front wheel, and in this case I have in my hands a motocross tires, 11-inch tires, but there on the bike there is the enduro version with the 140/80/18 size. All those tires will be available very soon in the Filipino market. When I say very soon, I mean June, hopefully, max June, and you can already eventually book your tire here at the booth. Now, let me move forward with a brief video introducing the testing session, the last stage of the testing session we had for Climber XC, and then we will move forward. Audio, please. Audio, please. It's coming. So this was the last stage of testing in Italy. We did it in Italy, in Spain, and in France because those countries are intended to be in the off-road world the most demanding and the most challenging country. We did that also for B Connect at the beginning, and we have been doing the same for also the radial products that we are going to unveil. Before getting to the Daystar, let me mention ProTorque Extreme, which is a steel-belted 0-degree radial tire built in 150, 60, 17, 110, 60, 70, 17 sizes, which is suitable for the mid-displacement bike like Kawasaki Ninja that you see there. And the peculiarity of this tire is that its speed index is W. Usually, in that application, you find the HR, which means that the speed, the maximum speed, can be up to 210 kilometers per hour. This tire can run up to 270. So you can imagine how much technology have you put in a tire in order to achieve this kind of performance. The tire is already available, the set is already available, it's been already sold in the Philippines, and it will be soon, hopefully, fitted on your bike because it deserves to be proved in order to understand which is the difference between the known tires, the already known tires, and this one, which is really astonishing in terms of performances. Now, let me move towards the star, as I said before, and before doing that, let's have a look at this video. Video, audio, please. We are so proud to introduce the new product small tubing radial tires.
One of the most expected products from the Eurogrip range. We are proud to say that it will be extremely well received and welcomed by customers all around the world.
High-performance premium bikes are increasingly making a wider use ranging from swift riding through the roads to executing tires and mechanics, and even commuting to the ever-busy city.
Round is designed and built with versatility in mind. We keep it with the latest Eurogrip technology. Quadruplex is one of them. On the rear, 4 different tread areas are built with different compartments to have a high mileage, superior grip for wet and dry conditions. A high silica compound work in synergy with the arc-shaped group that guarantee water evaporation as well as mechanical grip and regular wear. Our premium strength compounds are sustained by Eurogrip 0 degrees steel bed that guarantees stability, comfort, and precision at every riding speed.
The time in the current result is something that will remain a long time as a landmark in the tire industry. Okay, now let's move closer to the landmark in the tire industry for the forthcoming years. Having a look at the available range already at this point in time. When I say this point in time, I mean that the tires have been produced and are ready to be sent to the market. Again, by the end of next month, the first tires will join the Philippines in the sizes that, in the sizes that have been designed as first step, under the 60-17 for the real or the mid-displacement bike like Honda Hornet, for example, or KTM 2-390, just to quote two of them. Then what we can call the big beasts in our current range, which is 180, 55, 17. All of them coupled with 120, 70, ZR 17, W, so 270 kilometers per hour in terms of speed index. And aside that, we have a complete range of cross-ply tires as well. So Mr. Jamal might argue that it's not yet complete, but we will complete it very soon, believe me. And in this case, the two sizes, one set already available for the market is 110/70/17 for the front and 140/70/17 for the rear. Let me spend some more words about the radial. Mr. Silvio Montanari, our European R&D director, mentioned quadruplex. I don't know whether you catch up with that word. What does it mean? I want to show you now a little bit better on a real tire what quadruplex or quadrizone means in terms of compound. So please unwrap the baby. Where is the scissor? Unwrap it. Oh. Oh. Go. Super. Okay. Go. A little bit more. Okay. So you can do it now.
All right.
All right.
Okay.
Here we are.
Look at that tire, Renato. That's
Look,
beautiful.
It's more than beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
Gorgeous. Gorgeous is the
Round
right
of
word.
applause,
Yes.
please.
So
Wow.
we said quadrizone compound. Remember, at the current stage of the tire technology, what you have heard right now is dual compound. We talk about quadrizone compound for this tire. What does it mean? It means that we have the usual, well-known, and effective dual compound on the tread. So a little bit stiffer on the side, on the center in order to increase the mileage, and softer on the sides to increase the grip when it comes to curve and bending. So what we achieved in terms of dynamical performances is something that really is setting a new standard, a new threshold in this industry. But we didn't stop there. We have another compound which is not visible from the external, which is the base of the tread pattern, which is stiffer than the rest. Why that? Because in this way we avoid any kind of frictions, any kind of mechanical movement in the tire, providing a better performance in any condition and a long-lasting performance in terms of mileage as well. Last but not least, there is the wing area. The wing area is often not so much taken into consideration because most of the manufacturers tend to have the same compound in all the zone. We differentiated this area because the continuous deflection, the continuous ups and downs during the run make this part aging quite quicker usually. So by using a more flexible compound, what we got in terms of result is a better appearing of the tires all along the tire life, and along with that again, less heat generation in order to increase the duration of the tire, which is, why not, a part of the performances that have to be taken into consideration when it comes to a tire whose cost is not, negligible. It's very important because the technology that is inside is very, very high. So this is the unwrapped baby, but before unveiling it under this big bite.
What are we going to unveil under this beautiful silk, Sir Renato? Is it what?
Is it Rodan 180 55 17, 120 70
Maybe one of our audience can guess, and you can give them a shirt.
Okay.
Does anybody want to guess what's under this beautiful silk?
But we didn't try that. We had to try this. So now all of them can get the shirt.
Yes. All right. Go ahead.
Go ahead. Let me go ahead by introducing this video, which is the final promotional video for Rodan. But we had also special guests that day from the Philippines, because we invited them to attend the final stage of the mileage test, which took almost 1 month in Italy and France, and where the results that we got were absolutely astonishing. So before turning the video, we asked Miss Marie and Jomar to visit us in Italy, and this is what we did. You know that guy. And you know that man as well. Slow down. Now let's unveil the baby. Please call Mr. Jomar Puri. Where are you? Where are you?
Calling our Eurogrip family to come.
Don't hide yourself there, because you are the main players here in the market. Please, Angela, Nimesh, Madhavan. And to do that, I kindly ask the sound director over there to introduce with a grand march this event. Guys, please, Madhavan,
Ladies and gentlemen, Rodan!
yeah, let's roll down.
Gorgeous!
Thank you. Wow.
You may come closer to take a picture for everybody holding their cameras. You may come closer. Again, once again, a Rodan! Eurogrip lang malakas!
Yep. You're allowed to say wow if you want, because it's the most beautiful tile, but it's not just a matter of beauty, it's a matter of effectiveness. I told you, the quadri-zone compound will set a new trend in the industry, And as we said in the video, a landmark in the tire industry for a while. So look at the tire, look at outlooks in terms also of weights, but what we can pledge and promise you is that the real performance on the real life is even better than how the tire looks like.
Gorgeous.
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 Yeah, gorgeous.
Alright, so ito na po ang inaabangan natin. Before we end our program, thank you so much for visiting Eurogrip. And to finally pick the winner for our Eurogrip tire,
Innocent hand. We should find an
an innocent hand.
Is there any innocent hand here?
Meron pa pong
None of
innocent
you is
kamay.
innocent.
Wala po.
Yeah, come. Take one.
Innocent hand. Ang mananalo po ng isang NMAX tire, sir. Isang set ng NMAX tire. Ladies and gentlemen, sir, can you do the honors of picking? Ready? 1, 2, 3! Tayo na ba? Ang susunod na Eurogrip niyang malakas? Alright, let's see! Sir! Archan Ponderoso! Calling once! Calling twice! Calling thrice! 5! 4! 5! 4! 3! 2! 1! Wala! Isa pa, sir! One more! Innocent hand. Alright. 1, 2, 3! Let's see! Sino? Oh! Sino nga ba ang susunod na mananalo? Chavela Jordan! Chavela Jordan! 5, 4, 3, 2, 1! Congratulations! May ID ka, ID. Congratulations! Picture!
One pound,
Can we get the tire para makita yung NMAX tire? Picture. Let's have first a picture. Oh, there it is. Our newest Eurogrip user. Alright, take a picture po, everybody. 1, 2, 3, take a picture. 1, 2, 3. Smile! Okay, for everybody who wants to take a picture with our Eurogrip head, you may come to the stage. Thank you!
We live in an interconnected world, a shared past, present,
14, 18, 19, 14. Tama ba? Okay, ma'am. Ikaw na po bumunot, ma'am. One more daw. Mamimigay pa ng isa pa. Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, the next Eurogrip user is Ramico Reyes. Going once, going twice. Congratulations, sir. Picture po tayo, sir, with the tires. Congratulations. Thank you so much. See you later at 6 p.m. Meron po tayong second draw. Maraming salamat. Eurogrip lang malakas.
we live in an interconnected world, a shared past, present, and future, connected by a series of ties, strengthened by love, for better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change, to support one another, to bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase, The future you used to want. Now you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun. We live in an interconnected world. A shared past, present, and future. Connected by a series of ties. Strengthened by love. For better or for worse. The need to adapt when there is change. To support one another. To bring kindness where there is pain. The need of loving kindness, of interconnection. The future you used to chase. The future you used to want. Now you're living it. This is Jabber. Reconnect, adapt, and evolve. Jabber Motorcom. Make rides more fun. We live